The figure sits next to you in the shadow of the room. I am well. The response, born from no question. An unknown anticipation washes over you as this ancient statue turns to your face. Now we are on track. The rainbow road stretches before you. Raindrops scatter the path like the articulation markings of your aria. The dew at daybreak. The symphony of your soul, the opus of all that is. You are the strings, pipes, and percussion. Every part sewn onto your heart as if lost and found could claim it. Your pulse, the echo that sings this truth. The curtain rises, the auditorium falls silent. Maestro raises both arms. You watch your own follow as if traced onto the scene. Wand in hand, you slash a magnificent gesture across the stage, commanding the notes into ambulation. The minstrel's sonorous response evokes your memory from bondage. Your consciousness crystallizes as if it is the melody itself. Every instrument before you, mastered through lifetimes, culminating into this moment of ethereal composure. In perfect presence, you hypnotize the house with this magnificent manifestation. The final crescendo imparts souvenirs onto every sense. The curtain falls. The blackness becomes nothingness, as eternity opens its mouth to say, "You are expected." Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here, and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you, and if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So let's get right into this message. I know this is not a message for everyone. Perhaps it's not even for you. Maybe it's just for a few, really, who are ready to receive this message. Honestly, you're going to be the one who's going to be able to determine if that's the case. So today we are talking to, through, with, maybe about, sometimes, Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes, the thrice greatest. Hermes, the Trismegistus, the thrice greatest, is the incarnation of Hermes, the Greek god, as well as Thoth, the Atlantean. So we're speaking about Hermes Trismegistus, the Atlantean. Okay, Thoth, the Atlantean. The beginning part of this message here at the very beginning is a culmination of the channeled messages that came through for me. This was part in meditation as well as actually through dream time. So the dream I had regarding that was very unique. I do tend to dream pretty vividly and kind of in spaces that most other people don't, which is where I feel comfortable for sure. I know I'm not the only one who does, but this feels like a very special message. This is definitely the first time that Hermes Trismegistus has come through to me. So let's get into it. The other part of the channel message that came through was the door is opening. No need to knock. And I asked, well, what in the hell is this door? Or where are we going? I was told to Atlantis. So awesome, you guys. This is really cool. I'm excited to get into this message. I did try to record this, full disclosure here. It's been maybe 5-6 different times that I've tried to get this going, and everything has just gotten in the way of trying to get this message out. I know personally I'm overheating myself, which is usually a sign that some very potent and powerful energies are coming through. Things are just flying off the walls and all over the damn place. So I do have cards that are pulled here oracle wise, and I'll go over the message again because I feel very strongly this is actually very important that this message comes out this way. Before we get into this message, a couple of housekeeping items here. This is a general message, so please keep that in mind. You're extremely intelligent, so please use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher if this message is for you, and if it's not, please leave it behind. I do have memberships open if you guys are interested in that. There's a join button next to the subscribe. There's also links in the description of this video. I will be releasing, and there'll be a link in the video, you can check this out, class here. So a Zoom class that will be available to offer coaching and teaching on manifestation. primarily through Hermetic principles, Hermeticism. And as well, Hermes Trismegistus is coming through here. What better time? Okay, so if you're interested in that, feel free to check that out. Seats are limited, so there are only going to be a couple that are on the schedule right now. If you're not able to get into one of those classes and you do want to, please keep your ear to the ground. There will be more in the future. I will also be offering more variety of classes as well. I do have tarot and a manifestation downloadable course that will be available here shortly too. So let's get into it. Personal readings also available if you're interested in that. Links in the description. All right, now let's get into it. So first card that was pulled here oracle-wise, and I wasn't even prepared opening this in the book. I want to reread this again here in the book because it nails it. The Talisman Oracle here. Good luck is what came through. Good luck. So I'll read this here for you. Luck is with you and everything you touch. This is a very positive card that indicates growth and increased potential. The currents are in your favor, and if you act upon your wishes, you will benefit greatly. It's up to you to channel this good fortune. The circles on this card form the number 8. 8 is an auspicious number, yes it is, and a symbol of new beginnings. Fate will take a strong hand and redirect your path in a very positive way. What you do after this shift is in your hands. I attract good luck. I love this, okay? The reason I felt called to read that whole thing here, I've been saying since last year, there's something very particularly unique and powerful about this eclipse season that we have coming up here in March, the lunar and solar eclipse. I feel more around the solar eclipse especially. We're talking about portal season. We're talking about going through doorways. So fate has carved out a path. We're flowing through this, but what comes next is in our hands. The good luck is here, right? Good luck is not something that's bestowed upon us. This is something that we create ourselves. And as manifestation has been a really strong point in a lot of these messages recently too, I love this. We're getting ready to take flight. So 2 cards came through here in the Wild Unknown archetype deck, the Mentor and the Tear, or the Tear. Like a tear in the time-space continuum, right? A wrinkle in time. The Mentor, this has come out so many times. And those of you who have been watching for a minute too, my other camera here is not charged, okay? So I don't have the other camera angle here, but here we are. The Mentors come through a lot in a lot of these readings, especially the Galactic Royalty series. You guys don't need to see all the ones previous, but if you are interested in any of those, there'll be a playlist with all of them linked in the description as well as at the end of this video. So the Mentor here, in the last collective reading that I did, it was on the Witch Wound. Being number 6 here, this card came through also. 6 is the Lovers in tarot. It is a need to make a decision. It's also balancing the divine and masculine, feminine energies inside of us. The Mentor energy here is an individual. We are the students in this situation. The Mentor is an individual energy, Hermes Trismegistus here, who is managing fate, however you want to look at that, is managing the flow of information, that water that's coming through the hose that we're drinking out of, so as not to overwhelm us. So we're able to actually do something with the information that we're receiving instead of being overwhelmed with it all at once. The very first Galactic Royalty reading that I did was last year. That one really took off. And it makes sense. It was an awesome reading. So I encourage you guys to take a look at it if you're interested in that. But I feel watching the progression of these Galactic Royalty readings too, it has been very similar or on point with that flow coming through the hose there. It's been as we're able to ingest it, okay? So the tear coming through. When this came through initially, I was like, oh my goodness, you guys didn't get this reaction because I've had to do this a few times, like I said. This eye, though, stands out to me here on this card. It makes me feel or draws me to the eternal being that we've been talking about in these Galactic Royalty readings too. Kind of like a biblical angel-esque sort of deal that's coming through on that. The tear refers to something that's emotional. And with manifestation coming through as well a lot, the emotions or how we're working with them or not plays a huge role in how or what it is that we are manifesting or if we can. So tear, the tear, I feel like there is a a crucial point here right now where we need to get some shit together. And this isn't to say like we're shutting off emotions or anything like that. Emotions are messengers, and that is it. There is it's easy. We have a propensity to get lost in emotions, to drown inside of emotions. So we're tearing free from maybe emotions that are keeping us captivated. This isn't to say that we're pushing them down. We're getting to the bottom of what it is that they have to say to us. Now is the time to figure out what that message is so that we can move through this doorway that fate is pushing us through. What I'm seeing is, as we're coming up to eclipse season here, we're getting to this door one way or the other. Is it going to be closed or is it going to be open for you? This is dependent on how it is that you are working with your emotions. If you're able to figure out what some harder emotions that you've got or had over your lifetime, trauma, things that are hanging on, grief that is difficult to process through, there's something that it's trying to tell you, okay? And we can look at that a little bit more here with the cards too. So 2 cards came out here in the Urban Crow Oracle, Distance and Isolation. And I believe, yeah, it should be on the bottom. Territory is where we ended up here at the bottom. And like I said, you guys, I pulled these cards previous, but I'm being told here not to reset the message. I think it's partly my energy. This is a new energy that I've channeled here, Hermes. This is the first time that they have come through here for me. So I'm feeling the potency of the energy, and I'm noticing very similar to when I was a child and these sorts of things got shut off. There's lots of things moving around me without me touching them. So we're going to stick with this message here. Isolation and distance, though. There was another, the time traveler reading that was in the Galactic Royalty reading here that came after the first one. Separatist behavior is something that came through on that. The main message surrounding that was regarding a need to rebalance our egoic experience. This is something that's affecting the way that we are experiencing the outside world. Some of the things, some Hermetic principles, some of the things that Hermes Trismegistus has said, as above, so below, as within, so without. Whatever's happening in our inner microcosm is reflected here into the greater macrocosm. And we're all participating in portions of the greater macrocosm as well as individually. So the ego can certainly affect what it is that we're producing on the outside if it's not in balance with the other things, with all of the other things, right? Emotions being a big part of this too. So with distance and isolation coming out, there's a difference between being alone and feeling isolated, right? I feel like there are situations, there are individuals here, if you're noticing great disconnection around you in whatever form, if it is isolation that you don't want, if it's that there's everywhere you go there is just separation or disconnection that's happening around you, and this is happening around us. I'm not being obtuse here, but it's directing us inside to take a look inside here, to take a look at where it is that we may be experiencing disconnection as well, individually and collectively. Okay, the intention is not, this is interesting too, I didn't notice this, isolation and distance, both crows are looking at each other like they want to make a connection. Ooh. Oh, interesting. I didn't notice that every time I've tried to re-record these. Well, ain't that cool? Yes, distance and isolation are trying to make friends here, but there's something we're being asked to see as far as disconnection within us. So we moved into the Wild Unknown Animal deck here. Card was pulled here to represent the path, the energy of our path right now. The black egg is what came through. So the black egg, and there's been so many eggs as well, all the eggs. Egg imagery coming through, potential fertility, what's inside that egg. The black egg here is the throat chakra. This is the first portal of permeation into this realm as far as manifestation goes. It's not just about what it is that we're saying, right? It's not just about affirmations when we're talking about manifestation. Resonance, frequency doesn't lie. So there are things there we need to address as well. But this is the first point where when we say something, this is where it starts to get juicy. This is where we start to manifest. Shit gets serious, right? So the energy that came through here, that was the blocking energy towards this card, we had the swan. This is creative potential. This is a sensitive mystic, a dreamer. I love this, you guys. So the energy that's blocking our manifestation, the vocal manifestation here, and I'll try to remember to post the witch wound reading here at the end of this reading, because I do feel like it's pertinent. The witch wound, I don't, without getting too much into it, it touches on our ability to speak. Okay, a dreamer, the information that we're receiving here, there's a block between what the truth we're receiving, the creative potential we have, and making that manifest. The card that we ended up here on the bottom too, before everything started blowing up around me, the snake, you guys. So the snake is a guardian of unawakened magic, right? This is also creative potential. This is not an energy that's blocking this here, but this is a unawakened potential, okay? We're talking about the egg, all that jazz. All right, let's get further into this here. Any other oracle cards? Yes. One of these, okay. And then we'll get into tarot. All right. What else here, please, Spirit, on this message? Ooh. Ask your angels. Seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. Yes, of course. One of the things that Hermes Trismegistus also said is close your eyes and let your mind expand. The intention of this is, as we're knowing thyself too, which is one of the things they said too, is to go into meditation so that we can connect to these divine forces. So with this coming through, I'm not surprised at all. Self-limiting beliefs, negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life. Totally, you guys. So we're talking about the emotions with the tear. We're being asked to tear away from these negative roadblocks. So there's something about an emotional experience right now that's been holding us back. It's creating a self-limiting belief, and we need to address that. Yeah, we need to be able to identify our negative self-beliefs in order to change them so that we can manifest properly. Like I said, if you guys are interested in more information on that, I will have a class available there. You can check that out further. Okay, let's get into tarot here. So, Spirit, what do we have going on here? Let's see. The tear, I feel like, do you want to do tear? No, where are we going here? The distance. From a distance. I can go the distance. Tell me more about this distance here, please. Y'all, for real. Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom to start. We're reaching up to this creative potential here that this pentacle represents. All potential here in the physical realm. The seed of destiny. Ooh, love that. We can make this grow into anything, but we need to be able to grab it first. I feel like the separation here, the distance, like I said, is standing out, is a big part of grabbing this energy. The Lovers is what came out. Because of course it did. Like I said, from the witch wound reading here, or yeah, it was the witch wound reading, balancing the divine masculine and feminine energies. I can't remember if I said that in this one. I've restarted it so many damn times. But 6 here on the mentor card, this is the Lovers. Lovers! So I do feel with this coming out here too, there is a need to make a decision on something. Like I said, to allow that door to be open as we come down the slippery slide of destiny, or to slam into a closed door. There's something about, with this decision, the difficulty in this decision. Say that again. This is really putting us in a position to do, to make a choice between like what it is we've been taught to do and what it is that we want to do. What was that? When you keep telling it like it is, you don't allow it to be what it can be. That's right. Yes. Okay. When you keep telling it like it is, you don't allow it to be what it can be. If we keep experiencing what it is we've experienced and keep making that decision to do that, that's what we're going to get. If we open up the possibility of what can be to bring that forward, this is the difference of the door being open or closed when we come slippery sliding on down into it in eclipse season here. So can you tell me more about this choice then? What do we need to know about this? The 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands here is a victory. There's recognition here. So as we're talking about, I'm feeling very strongly the emotions, okay? There's some emotion here that someone's clinging on to. with a vice grip. There's a message that we need to receive regarding it. But it requires us to, like, what is that? Not to fully feel it. There's something about the fear surrounding what's beyond that emotion. Okay. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles is here at the bottom here, and this is standing out because I've got another deck here too, and the Knight of Pentacles is sitting right here. Knight of Pentacles, this is slow progress. It's a need to get moving, okay? Interesting. Talk to me about this fear. What's going on here? Because this feels blocked. What do we need to know regarding that? The Queen of Cups, Hermit here at the bottom too. Love that. So we're talking about isolation, the difference between solitude and isolation with the Hermit coming through. If you're somebody who's in a place right now where your perspective of being alone or perhaps disconnected, I think this is okay. This is the disconnection we're being asked to look at here. There is truth in the disconnection. Yes, of course. Horse is horse, of course. The Hermit tells us to pause, go inside, and to find the truth residing there. As above, so below, as within, so without, and vice versa. Whatever's happening out here is happening in here. The Queen of Cups, though, as we're talking about that fear towards identifying or moving through this emotion, protecting the emotions here is a component of the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I haven't had that kind of shit happen to me since I was a little kid. Like I said, just shit flying off the walls. Like, I don't know, Professor Xavier over here, right? The Queen of Cups is very intuitive. She has some very high level psychic prowess. There is something emotionally that someone's holding on to because there's a fear surrounding the psychic connection that's beyond that emotion. And this does not feel conscious at all. This feels, this is why know thyself. This is why it's important to go here in meditation to connect, ask your angels here to identify that this is even happening to you. And this isn't like a, you're going to feel something. You're feeling something if this is you where this is happening. A little tingling in your toes, feeling in your gut of some sort. Maybe you want to punch me in the face, you know what I mean? Anger is a great indication that something is being activated inside of you. Has nothing to do with me, never did, right? Pay attention to that. Even if that's something that you're having a hard time with right now, revisit this. This feels very important. Okay. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups here, please, Spirit. Two of Pentacles, balance. Yeah, Ace of Cups here too at the bottom. I was in the Witch Wound too. If you feel resonant on that, go check out the Witch Wound reading. Might help you release some blocks. Two of Pentacles here, reaching for this balance. A need to address a balance here. Again, I'm being drawn back to that time traveler reading. There was a component of that where this individual has not just one companion, but two companions. Not one, but two. And the intention of these two companions that are here, friends, maybe family, was to help balance out your own imbalances. To phone a friend. To phone a friend. I'm feeling like if you get comfortable. Okay, I was going to say, if you feel comfortable, and I was told, get comfortable. Okay, got it. Get comfortable with asking the people that you trust for help in identifying and recognizing here, seeing these hands reaching up, to recognize this emotion that has got a grip on you. Connecting with spirit here too. Okay, yeah, the Ace of Cups. This is that connection to spirit. And being connected to spirit allows us to move mountains. It allows us to do anything here in the physical realm, which is what we're talking about, having the wand here. In the beginning, that message that came through, I guess I didn't really talk as much about it in the very beginning of this. So if you're still here, you're here. You were meant to hear this part and somebody else wasn't. Having that wand, you have the wand of the magician. As you strike your hand across the stage, you're directing every other of those minstrels that are playing those instruments. Those are all individuals who are you. You have learned to master every one of those instruments, and you're finding yourself here on stage now, performing as the maestro, as the director, the final component of this experience here. And as everything fades to black, this is where we hear this message: you've been expected. In order to step up on stage there, to have your motions traced with that of the director, of the architect, this emotion has to be addressed. Forgiveness. It could be forgiveness for some of you, creating a block. Interesting. Can you talk to me about this expectation, being expected here? Ace of Swords. In order to get to this point where we are expected, we do need to cut through the bullshit here. Cut the crap, right? This is logic. This is using the mind here. It's not allowing us to be swayed by emotion or intuition. This is required right now to get to the base of where we are blocked in this emotional experience so that we can tap into that psychic or energetic experience. 3 of Cups here too. Go talk to your friends, those that you trust, okay? Not just everybody, right? Not just everybody. To speak with those that you trust and be vulnerable and asking, where do you feel like I might be stuck? And allow yourself to hear that answer, okay? Okay, what, you want one of these. All right, let's pull a Medicine Heart Oracle here. You want another archetype? Okay, we'll get Medicine Heart here in a second. Another archetype here for this message, please, Spirit. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? You want this one? The Flame. Like a moth to a flame. The medallion here at the bottom, too, stands out to me. Again, witch wound. Go check it out if you feel resonant. Something being passed down. This could be the emotion that you're stuck on. Maybe it is the witch wound that you're struggling with. The flame here. This is where we're being expected. This is that point where eternity is opening its mouth. This destined shadow. Interesting. In the beginning there too, as I said, that you're sitting there with that figure, Hermes, in the shadow part of the room. So in my dream, we're sitting in this room where half of it at the diagonal was pitch black, and there wasn't, like, you couldn't see anything in that part of the room, and the other half was light. Very angular, like this card here too. 2552 on the timer. In order to get to that room, the reason why so much music came through there in that message, there was another individual in that dream. It was in the space of like a maze. And this is interesting that this information is coming here towards the end of the reading. So yes, not everybody was meant to hear this message here at the beginning. So if you stayed this long, you get the juicy bits, okay? It was like this huge maze, hallways and doors and rooms and all that jazz. And there was one individual, these entities, these figures were like Greek statues, giant like marble statues in motion. To me, absolutely terrifying. That's not really what I want to be running into in a darkened maze in the middle of nowhere. But I did feel safe. So Hermes and I, as we were getting ready to move into this room where it was split, where they gave me that message, before we did this, he pulled me back as this other figure walked by us, and it was like they were totally soulless. There was nothing going on in their eyes, but it was very mechanical in their walk. And they walked up into this room that was full of all of these musical instruments, and they sat down at this piano and started playing the piano. There's something about passion coming through on that. The imagery of all the music, I loved how that came together. But going back to something, like they were playing it like it was secondhand. They could have been asleep. Going back to something where you feel like maybe you've gotten through it, but this is why it's important to speak to friends or to reach out to your team here too, to identify what is this component that my heart is trying to tell me. What is the emotional component that maybe I think I'm over, but I'm not? You're playing it over and over. Everyone else can hear it. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh my gosh. Everyone else can hear it, but you can't see it, and you're the one playing it. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I just got all the chills. Okay. Okay. Yes, reach out to a friend, you guys. Where are we going with this here, please? Do medicine heart. Are we doing an extended on this? Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. We'll pull some more cards here, but we are gonna go into an extended here. Those will be for sale individually. They're also on the 3rd tier of membership. Links are in the description of the video if you want to check that out. What else do we have here, please? Hermes, what's going on? What else do we need to give to the collective here? Ashura of the Northeast. Zebra medicine, wisdom. Zebra medicine, wisdom stimulates the inner energy needed to make significant progress on your path. This will go far as you temper the process with instinctual wisdom to pace yourself through the journey. Enlightened allies in the spiritual dimensions completely support your soul's most ambitious intentions. You will overcome opposition, integrate all necessary elements, and rally meaningful support as you trust in the power of your purpose. Oh God, I don't think there's a more perfect card here. So what I'm seeing as I'm reading this here is that door I was talking about, that door either being open or closed. This is not like a you're going to miss out, kind of issue, especially with this coming through. You will get this together. You're not going to have everything perfect, right? And that's not what's needed before coming up here into portal season. What is needed is an open heart and an open mind, being ready and willing to receive the information that you need to receive. That Hermes Trismegistus is coming through here. Hermes Thoth. There's communication. There's great divine cosmic knowledge. There's Atlantean knowledge. The Library of Alexandria is something that's coming through. Interesting. What about that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. Oh my God. Ooh. Just got all the chills. Holy shit. The door, opening the door. So this was to Atlantis here. Oh my God, I understand. Okay. Opening the library door, you guys. Holy shit. Opening the door to the Library of Alexandria. There was knowledge from Atlantis that was in the Library of Alexandria before it was destroyed. Oh my goodness. Whew, it's got me sweating. Oh my God. Okay, where else do we want to go with this here? What's next? Okay, we're going to look at what's next here, and then I'm going to go into an extended. What's next? What do we need to know about what's next? The Queen of Swords, of course. Queen of Swords. Honesty, truth, a need to be honest, to be blunt but kind. I feel like whatever this, the emotional experience is, maybe it is a witch wound, okay? Specifically, if that resonates, like I said, check that one out. But there's a need to to learn grit is what I'm getting here. We're not dismissing an emotional experience or pushing it aside. What you resist persists. That's not what this is about. But there must be a point where we get off of the climbing rope. Okay. We're tired. The resolution isn't at the top. Okay. It's in the contact of our feet with the earth. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, we may be reaching for, oh my God, I love this too, with this imagery here. We may be reaching for what we consider to be this truth, right? Or what may be the truth that's out here. The truth that's out there. There's this eye that's on top of the Lover's card here too, balancing divine masculine and feminine. The tier, though, is falling to the earth at 9.8 meters per second squared. We may be reaching out through meditation, trying to release ourselves from this experience. And that was a big part of the first Galactic Royalty reading too. The point is not that. We're being asked to come back here to ground, to literally ground, connect our feet to the earth. In doing so, in doing an action that we feel might be regressive or opposite of what feels natural right now, that's the ticket. That's the key. Okay. Oh, I love that. All right. Anything else before we move into the extended here? Queen of Pentacles here on the bottom too. This is connecting with Earth, you guys. The Queen of Pentacles manifests whatever the hell she wants. She lives that life of opulence, of luxury. She's fertile AF. There's decision that's a part of this, though. I feel like where some of us are getting hung up is not necessarily the decision, like we want to manifest certain things, but we're missing components on how to actually get there. We need to come back in order to move forward. Okay, gosh. Starseed. We're gonna pull a Starseed Oracle here, and then I am gonna go into the extended. What are we looking at with the extended? The process. We're gonna go deeper into this message here. And where you want to go. Ooh, okay. Where you want to go. All right, yeah, let's look into that. So last piece here for the collective. Ah! We're gonna go into this too. Okay. And I'm not gonna show you. No, I'm just kidding. You'll have to get the extended. I'm kidding, I'll show you. Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, look a little deeper. Dude, you guys. As we're talking about Thoth and Hermes, yeah, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, the imagery of the pyramids of Giza here too, the Great Pyramid. Oh my God, Thoth is on here. Hero, there he is. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, I love it. Okay, the Ancient Scribe. It's time to be read. Ooh, gosh, you guys, I love this. Okay. Okay. We're going to go into an extended. We're going to get into this a little bit deeper. So if you want to join me there, links are in the description. If you can't or don't want to, that's okay, you guys. Know that you got what you needed to here. So I love you, and I hope that this message is helpful. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Be well.